Elon Musk said over the weekend that Twitter will limit the number of posts you can read. He claims it's an effort to address extreme levels of data scraping. So verified accounts limited to 10,000 posts per day, unverified accounts 1,000 per day. Now, this was revealed after thousands of users complained that they were unable or had trouble accessing the site. Many reported getting messages that they had exceeded.
Have you been getting rate limited still, or did it stop?
No, it stopped.
Yeah,
He solved
same.
the problem very quickly.
Yeah, Elon is so good.
Oh, he's so fast. But it's just so bizarre because I feel like the majority of people who are verified are just ads, just like bot websites that sell you shirts and different things. Like, yeah, doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But it almost worked. I thought it was a smart business move because I was about to pay for Twitter Blue. That first day of being limited.
I told you not to do that. I literally was like, do not buy Twitter Blue.
Well, what else would I do then? Then I'd have to be hanging out with you in this house. I'd rather just
it's terrible.
sit in my room and scroll.
And sing Serbian folk songs with your guitar.
Yeah.
Which he does all the time. I'm not even
Constantly.
joking. That's not even a joke.
Yeah.
You do that.
No.
And you whistle sing a lot.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Is that like a Serbian thing or what is that?
No, that's just me. It's just when my throat gets tired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Their rate limit. So what is behind this latest turmoil for the company? CNN's senior media analyst Sarah Fisher joins us.
There's always something, Audie, right? It never is a dull day in Elon Musk land. You know, I think this is a response to the rise of a lot of big AI platforms that are starting to scrape big social media platforms for data to help train their algorithms. You saw Reddit a few weeks ago said that they would start charging for some of that.
I didn't even realize you could hear it.
Yeah. They got a lot of pushback from their community. You saw some people tweeting frustration yesterday, ironically tweeting frustration about Twitter, that they weren't able to get severe weather updates, critical news and information because they were being limited to the number of posts that they were able to view. Now, Elon Musk has not said how long he's going to implement this temporary crackdown, but I do know that it's going to be frustrating.
I think it definitely has changed the way I interact with Twitter, though, on that day. Because I could only read like 500 posts. I would like spend so much time like reading each post so carefully to make sure I didn't miss anything because it was like a limited resource. So just me like reading, I don't know, some horrible like thirst trap post 10 times in a row just to make sure, you know, what happens when my limit comes in, you know, I won't get any of that. Well, I mean, look, I learned better reading comprehension since he limited my posts.
Frustrating for advertisers because they're reliant on heavy usage in order to fulfill their ad campaigns, make sure they have enough people watching and reading tweets in order to insert their ads between them.
Theoretically reliant on them for business, but one quick fact check. What's this about maybe him not paying his bills? Can you talk about what's going on there?
There's been so many reports, whether it's been some of its B2B vendors or its licensing or its leases, if you will, that Twitter has struggled to pay its bills. And that's because Twitter's really struggling with profitability right now. Now, to be honest, Twitter's always struggled with profitability even before Elon Musk took over. But the difference is that they are not a publicly traded company. They do not need to be transparent about their finances, what money they're bringing in and what money they're spending. And so it seems like the company is just in this sort of chaotic spot where it's trying to stay afloat, but it's not necessarily doing it in the most transparent way. They're still in litigation with former employees about paying out severances, etc. So expect Twitter to continue to be in this sort of financial chaos until maybe they can turn the platform around. But I'm still skeptical, Audie. Even though they have, put in a new chief executive, this platform continues to be chaos as I cover it.
All right, Sarah, stay with us. I want to bring Shelby and Errol back in. You're so jealous.
Shelby and Errol are back in. Shelby and Errol.
Slow your scroll.
Thank God. I was missing them.
Right there. Errol, I think why I love listening to Sarah talk about this is because I'm fascinated by the business story, less on the myopic, like navel-gazing people.
It's not just $8 to subscribe to Twitter Blue. When I went to do it on that day they limited my stuff, it was $18. It was double the price because they knew they had me. But lucky I had Hasan there to calm me down. Stop me from doing it.
Wait, let's see this. The code report.
First, he decreed a rate limit for everyone on the platform. If you're having withdrawals though, you can always count on a programmer with an anime profile image to save the day, like this person who developed a Chrome plugin that uses the old Twitter theme and bypasses the rate limit. The second new feature is that Twitter shut off all public access to the website, so currently you must be signed.
Did you know that, by the way?
Yeah, I learned it today on stream. That's fucked. That's actually the worst.
Oh, no, not this. I'm talking about the anime profile person.
Oh, no, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, well, there you go. That you can still do your go on with your addiction.
Were deployed on a Friday in a panic because too many bots and web scrapers were accessing tweets with automated tools.
Is that
Twitter
not
went
just
down
like
for a
what
while
every
yesterday.
company does? Is
Yeah.
it the basis of probability on the internet?
Pretty much. And also, he's joking as far as like web scraping goes, because like I think it's like kind of stupid overall to complain about that. Like it just happens everywhere. Like it just happens all. It's like, you know.
Well, I mean, that's the only time I've heard the term was yesterday.
Well, the Wayback Machine, for example.
Yeah.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah. Very useful.
Like that's a web scraper technically, and archives. Web scraping is more resource intensive than using an API to access data. Scraping social media happens even from Google. Elon killed a ton of traffic by preventing Google results. Yeah,
But it's
Google.
also like, what's the downside of web scraping? It like slows everyone down. But the thing he's using to fight it slows down even further. Like I can't look at Twitter anymore. Yeah, I don't know. The downside of web scraping.
I don't know
is
how it
being
works on the
created.
back end. I don't know. Web scraping is pulling off data off the site by calling the pages manually instead of application programmable interface calls provided by Twitter.
I got no idea what's going on.
It's like manually going to each individual page on the fucking platform, but not manually, but like doing it with obviously an automated process, rather than getting all of that information in a much easily accessible and less resource intensive form when Twitter reveals it.
Right.
When Twitter
when they
feeds
sell
it
it,
to
so.
you. Now, of course, Twitter, just like Reddit, wants to make that something that you have to pay for.
Yeah.
So that each individual application that works on top of Twitter has to pay for the privilege of like making Twitter, ironically, a more user-friendly experience. Did I get that right? You fucking nerds. Did I describe that well? Huh? Everyone in the chat is like, why don't you use Linux? I do. I use a Steam Deck, yeah, which is
I don't know what
off
that
of Linux.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a fucking hacker now.
Holy shit. You're making fun of me for my Asus phone.
Dude, this entire time, I thought this motherfucker was saying his phone was Seuss. It was
Dr.
Asus.
Seuss.
It was an Asus phone, and he was just calling it
Asus.
Asus, which, by the way, is insane. I don't know why he has a Asus phone, but that's besides the point.
Half the price of an iPhone. Does the same thing.
Yeah. Websites literally avoid massive scraping by making an API people can use cheaply and easily. It's actually him just shooting himself in the foot. Bots will just make more accounts. This
Yeah.
does nothing except hurt real people. Bots can make more. Bots keep scraping
But I
even
think
with a
the
limit.
point is to hurt real people. It's trying to make people pay for Twitter. Like it has nothing to do with web scraping.
I don't think it was to make consumers that use the resource now pay for the privilege, because there hasn't really been enough of a return on other moves that they've done to like improve your visibility and all this other shit. It hasn't really created signups because, newsflash, people don't want to pay for shit that they get for free because they understand kind of that it's not really free.
Yeah.
But also, even if they didn't understand that it wasn't really free due to all of the advertising dollars being spent off of your own private data that's being sold, it's still, you know, if you get something for free, you just don't want to fucking pay for it. It's that simple. Funny part is all this is that Twitter's revenue depends on advertising impressions. If you can only view 600 tweets, then you can only view 100 ads, and Twitter shoots its own revenue way more than they ever would with verified subs. Yeah, which is part of the reason why they weren't doing this as this was like a temporary thing, is they were trying to stop the hemorrhaging from happening, and I think that's precisely the reason why it was a Google thing. I don't think that Elon did that so that people would buy Twitter Blue, because I have Twitter Blue, courtesy of Elon Musk. I never fucking pay for it. And even I was getting rate limited on that day, because 6,000 tweets is not that much. I'm a Twitter Power user, just like our boy here.
I don't post, though.
I know, but you read.
I'm a power reader.
Yeah, well, regardless, I'm a poster and a reader, and basically that was even limiting me, and Twitter would not limit itself and cuck itself from advertisement revenue, which relies on impressions. So I think that it was something else. I think it was more so that there was some internal shit popping off, and that's why they had to like stop the hemorrhaging in some way and try to fix it with the bottom of the barrel, like the only fucking enslaved wage cucks that they have remaining at the Twitter headquarters, who like have to literally keep working for Twitter unless they be deported. You know what I mean? The H-1B visa holders, or is it H2? Is it H-1B, right? Yeah, the H-1B workers are like the last remaining workers that are still working at Twitter, because he fucking fired everybody, and he's just like he's just whipping them in the Twitter basement.
The Google Cloud contract is a way bigger deal, though, at hundreds of millions of dollars per year, and coincidentally expired on June 30th. It's pure speculation whether
Like, what do you do in that situation? You're just like, I don't understand the fuck it YOLO mode that Elon Musk is implementing here. He was like, fuck it, we just fire everybody, which is fine. I mean, that's not fine, but like,
It happens.
companies have done that. The companies do that all the time. And then they're like, let's see how long we can maintain regular order of business with like 1/3 the workforce that we have. But if there's one group of people you can't fuck, it's other businesses. You can fuck your workers all day, every day. That's capitalism. That's like kind of the whole reason why this system is in place. But you can't fuck other businesses. You can't just like go up to landlords and also Google and be like, hey man, I'm not going to pay you anymore. It doesn't work that way. They'll be like, okay, fuck off.
Another theory going around is that Elon is actually fighting a battle against agencies like the CIA and NSA, who are the ones behind all the scraping and trying to...
The real thing is, if he was doing that, she isn't, because he's also a defense contractor. Why the fuck would he do that? But if he was doing that, it would be at the behest of like what, China and like Saudi Arabia, the real BRICS.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Pat Socks on Twitter should run the narrative that Elon is a base BRICS warrior.
He's South African.
Yeah. He's a
part of
base
the club.
Yeah, he's a base BRICS warrior. Oh my God. He's a third worldist agent, dude. Think about it. He's got the Tesla factories in Shanghai. You know he's in the pocket of Xi. We know that Saudi Arabia in recent years has started cozying up to China.
I saw him smoke weed on the Joe Rogan podcast, though. I feel like third worldists aren't that degenerate, you know?
That is true. That is
maybe
the
that's
worst.
just the cover, you know?
Yeah. He was just trying to look like a perverted American degenerate. That's what he was doing. He wasn't inhaling, don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
He got clapped up once before from DOD for trying to charge Ukraine silly numbers for Starlink. Bricks. Remember that? It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Remember when he was trying to? Yeah, remember when he was trying to be like, "Hey, Ukraine, I know we said we were going to give you Starlink for free, but guess what? Not so free now."
I mean, it still started off as a bit, but it's pretty accurate. I think you could be right.
Elon Musk just boosted a far right Nazi account
that
that
all the
posts
time.
memes about mass killing Muslims. Yeah.
This is not a... He is right.
Amy Mek, Allahu Akbar, France. Imam brags, France will become an Islamic... France will become an Islamic country through jihad. The entire world will be subject to Islamic rule.
I
That's
mean,
good.
I wish people like this weren't ringing me
Oh no!
up.
Don't pet her! Don't pet her! She's no. So cute, I know. Don't pet her when she's jumping up there. You know what I mean?
It's only because France is so close to becoming Muslim, and if it wasn't for people like this, like, you know, shedding light on it, it would have won. France would have been Muslim. Would have been an Islamic country. Which
is a good thing, by the way. So, I mean, I don't know why we're way better than what they were already. You know what I mean? E-bricks. E is for Elon.
What's the jizya poll tax?
The French will convert to Islam, be forced to pay jizya poll tax, or be fought against the sake of Allah. Yeah. Macron has said the Shahada. I'm getting reports that Macron has already said the Shahada, and they're going to start implementing the jizya. The real caliphate is not Turkey by way of Erdogan, but instead by way of France.
He is right.
I like that he said he is right.
Comment.
I think it's time for a barbecue. Teacot? Wait,
What does that mean?
Teacot is the conservatives of Twitter. That's like a old ass fucking...
That's
Wow, this
2015.
account's been around for a minute, dude.
What does it say on the hat of the pig?
I don't fucking know. More from the far right Nazi account that Elon Musk loves and boosts. Hashtag race together. Shocking. Hashtag Teacot. Hashtag rape. Every year, on average, 35,000 white women are raped by black men, while under 10 black women are raped by white men. Source: U.S. Justice Department.
Why is it written on a coffee cup?
Also, they definitely
Did someone
didn't
say this was their name? That's
No.
so mean to the server.
They definitely did not, dude. No server has this good handwriting. Okay, like they're trying to whip up like 10,000 coffees a day, and like one of them they're gonna sit there and write this fucking unhinged shit. This is MySpace art.
Under 10.
Who would have ever thought a dope smoking bastard born in Kenya? Hashtag Obama's presidency in 2 words. Manchurian candidate. Hashtag Teacot.
Yeah, he's a real Manchurian candidate for the Indonesian government. They're taken over. Also, his fucking family was there to kill all the communists anyway. So
Who would have ever thought a dope smoking bastard born in Kenya and educated? He's born in Kenya. I like that you were. I like that you were actually saying like, well, the truth. You were fact checking the Indonesian thing.
He did. He lived there.
But not the born in Kenya thing.
That's true. He doesn't want to show the documents, so
Yeah.
all right.
Well, not the long form. He did show the short
Oh,
one.
really?
Yeah. Those imams should never be taken seriously. They make a big TV. Why? So you can watch the haram in HD.
That's what HD stands for.
Yeah.
Haram definition.
That was too quick. Yeah. What the fuck?